Hi, Nityanand once again. Welcome to Openshift V3 Kubernetes demo. As we have seen many series of video regarding Kubernetes orchestration, this video is going to demonstrate how we are going to achieve the same thing with Openshift V3 Cloud. Let me explain first what is called Openshift as a pass. Openshift is that cloud platform which is organized by Red Hat, and this diagram which is showing, so that Red Hat have both private cloud as well as public cloud, and it is running on bare metal servers. You can put in your own on-premise environment, or you can go for that public cloud which is provided by Red Hat. So you can see the Red Hat is hosted with many nodes, and which is having a base operating system called RHEL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux Operating System, which is the best which you can say from Red Hat PaaS platform, which is internally having many subsystem which is running as an orchestration layer for the entire PaaS. You can see it's having virtualization, and as well as it's having a broker components. How the entire OpenShift is organized? OpenShift is leveraging the Linux containers. It's powered by LXC. Here, what we are really calling as gears in PaaS in OpenShift. So Linux containers provide a form of lightweight virtualization. It is definitely different from the real hardware virtualization, which is normally we are doing with VM machines, hosting VM machines, and abstracting the hardwares for many number of VMs, and it is sharing the entire hardware in a small piece of chunks, as well as you have to have that one host OS for the big hardware, and you can run that small VM instances through via guest OSs, and you have to share the hardware abstraction. That is actually the existing VM style. But OpenShift is went through little haggard, which is running based on the Linux containers, which is called as LXC containers, which is powered by Linux. And here in OpenShift, they are leveraging the same LXC containers and running as a gears in secure multi-tenant platforms. So Linux containers do not use hypervisor. It's normally used in normal VM segregations, which is like normal VMware, or even Windows Server 2008 hypervisors, those kind of things. But here it is not really using the hypervisor, but here we are abstracting the operating system level isolations, and it is running multiple isolated process called containers in a single host. So in this case, the OpenShift is that the isolated process that is a containers is called here as gears. And also the OpenShift using the Linux subsystem called CG groups. What it is really doing it, C groups actually it is used to manage the gears resources like CPU, memory, or disk sizes. Everything is controlled by C groups. The C groups absolutely used for every gears management in OpenShift. So here you can see this is a one example of how the OpenShift node will look like. So you can see every gears are secure containers where your application run in OpenShift nodes. And as I already told, C groups are used to manage the CPU, RAM, disk to gears. And it is the entire node is running on Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So it is already, it's approved and ran by Red Hat system. Okay. Now, what is OpenShift v3 is providing? So until OpenShift v1 and v2, it's powered by Linux containers. And now in OpenShift v3, they're establishing the next generation of PaaS. Why is that? We already know and aware of Docker's powers and how it is robust for orchestration the Linux containers, is it? So same thing, the OpenShift team is jumped into the Docker containers technology and they build around a core application containers powered by Dockers with orchestrating and entire things are orchestrated and managed by Google Kubernetes system, which is already seen in the previous videos. So here's the deal. So OpenShift v3 already is running in a Linux containers technology, and now v3 is powered by Dockers as well as that Kubernetes orchestration system. So it is going to be an over powerful system, and it is that they are actually jumped into that and having in full production system. Now they are running the project called Origin Milestone 5, and it is run and everything is going to be in 100 extension, and it is going to be a full-fledged orchestrated containerized powered system on OpenShift v3. So here you can see that some of the nice links called https openshift.github.io. So I'm going to jump into the website. So what they are telling about their OpenShift v3. So this is the site which I am talking about, openshift.github.io. So here they are calling establishing the next generation of PaaS. OpenShift 3 is built around a core application container powered by Dockers with orchestration and management provided by Kubernetes on foundation of Atomic and Enterprise Linux. Origin Milestone 5 is the upstream community project that brings all together along with extension to accelerate application development and deployment. So you can see that they are really struggling for this project from May 2011, and it's matured on every year. Now we are in 2014. It's announced a Docker and Kubernetes based OpenShift 3 platform on August 2014, and what they are going with coming 2015, it's full blown production Origin M5 OpenShift v3 system. So really the big team is working on this project. You can see that this is a GitHub location for the OpenShift v3. It is OpenShift v3 build and deploy and manage your application with Docker and Kubernetes. As of now, it is open source and anyone can go and grab the bytes, and then you can modify or you can help the OpenShift team. So you can see that OpenShift 3 Alpha. So it's a next version of the OpenShift and the third architectural revision. It is based on around Dockers and images and the Kubernetes container management solution. So here there are helpful links which you can play around that OpenShift v3. And there is another site which is GitHub blog system. So you can see that what's coming in OpenShift v3. So every day it is evolving. So you can see that Okay, in this page, you can see the video what the director of OpenShift strategy, uh, Mr. Krishnan Subramaniam, is giving that speech along with the Clayton Coleman, an engineering lead for OpenShift. They're talking about what is going to come on OpenShift v3, and then what is the future about their um, container technology along with the Kubernetes. So you can see that this is their old idea about that v3, and it is almost matured enough for the production system, but it is going to be announced in 2015 earlier in first quarter itself. So we can believe that it's going to rock in Kubernetes world and as well as OpenShift world. So there are three giants are joining together and going to um, provide that seamless experience PaaS platform on OpenShift. So you can see that Docker is participating in the model, and then Kubernetes by Google is participating in the model, and Red Hat team, it's called Project Atomic, is participating in the model. So you can see that, and um, how the commits is happening in that contribution system. So you can see that 176 last 3 days its commits happen. So it's really acting on very actively to make OpenShift v3 to make it up and real day production system. And you can see the pull request, so everyone is pulling and then pushing their whole effort towards that OpenShift v3. And you can see that uh, all entire OpenShift v3 for that Docker and Kubernetes to deliver the powerful new platform as a service system. So the whole future is based on that Docker and Kubernetes for the OpenShift. Okay, so come back to that the demo. So now we are in action side. So I'm going to demonstrate how to download the OpenShift v3 alpha binaries and then make it running as a OpenShift v3 cluster in your own machine, and then try all the things what it's all about Kubernetes and Dockers, which is powering the OpenShift cluster. So I'm going to download that OpenShift v3 bits, and so I'm going to grab these links. So it is in from GitHub. So you can see that. So I'm going to use that terminal to download using wget. So sudo -s. So I'm just jumping into that master, and so here you can see that. Okay, so I will zoom it so a little bit. So wget, I'm calling that GitHub for the OpenShift origin project, and I'm downloading the latest version. It's constructed on 21st October 2014, and the preview we can make that. So and alpha release, you can see A for alpha, then things. So sorry, first I will jump into that OpenShift demo project. Okay. So here I will download that things. So it is communicating, and it is connected, and it's downloading the binaries, the OpenShift v3. So going to put the idea, so you can get one zip file, so tar things from Linux system like OpenShift origin 01. Then now I am going to unzip the file, the downloaded file. So tar, its application to unzip this the downloaded OpenShift file in the same folder. So now I will do the directory. So we can go and see in that system. That will be very helpful. Oh, okay. So now you can see that OpenShift the executable script file. So it is a 20 MB file which is downloaded into a system. Sorry, there is a zip file which is a tar file which is 6 MB. After the extraction, we got one OpenShift um, executable file 20 ml. So the entire this file is going to play in entire OpenShift demo. So let's watch it. And along with that, I have created some script files and configuration, and as well as the script files to clean up and start the clusters. So let me copy the entire all the files to that real folders. Okay, because I'm in I am in root, so it's not allowing me because the entire folder is locked. So let me use cp. Okay, cp-r, then one fix to the current folder. Okay. Let me so under folders is got locked. Okay, so we can see okay. So whenever we want, we can use this folder path. No problem. So now we have that OpenShift script file, that is OpenShift, which is already we have seen that script file, executable file. We are going to play with everything. So it's very easy to start your cluster and in OpenShift using this file. So let's watch out. So I am just calling this OpenShift file and make this command called start. So this start command, what it will do, it is going to start that Kubernetes system, and it is going to talk with um, our so I already have the Docker runtime is running in the system. So this start command will going to talk with the Dockers and make it all the things available for us. Like Kubernetes cluster, entire cluster system, and one minion and one master, and it's going to install that etcd store, everything it will take in care. I'm going to show the entire things. So first, I'm going to run one things called Docker in a detached mode, because that their open Shift system is running on HTTPS own Docker Hub registry for the faster performance. So they are going to download all the things. They are going to put their own containers, and as well as put their own Docker registry for performance, because they are not using that the main Docker registry for their own deployment for the pods. So they are going to create another VMs on top of that Dockers. So we are going to do that, and then we are going to register pods over there. So for that, I am going to run that cluster in detached mode, and going to tell that. So this is the their Docker registry in insecure mode, because it's involving in the IAS. So it is going to like tell that, hey, I cannot communicate to this insecure domain. That's what I'm starting that Docker and insecure with this particular IP, because then I can invalidate all the errors which is involving in that um, um, involving in what is that all involving in that SSL errors. So first I'm going to stop the Docker which is running in my machine. So to stop the Docker, it's easy. Services stop Docker. Sorry, Docker stop. Sorry, not services, service. Oh, why it's telling that? Docker stop. Service Docker stop. Okay, let me gather that. One second. Give 1 second. Okay, found it. So I think I'm not in sudo user. So first I will try sudo and now service Docker stop. Oh, there you are. So we are able to stop the Dockers, and I'm going to tell that Docker to run in insecure mode because that Openshift registry is going to run in insecure mode because we don't have that real certificate. For their own registry. Okay, so it's all about everything is up now. So the Docker is up with insecure, which is going to allow the communication for the 127.00.1001. I will let you know what is that 127.00.1 and port number 5001. So as of now, I'm just going to minimize this Docker environment, the terminals. So now I'm going back to this OpenShift v3 folder. Now I'm going to run this OpenShift start. Okay, so you can see that the logs, so it is able to pull that it is starting the Kubernetes, it has started the Kubernetes in this particular location, and with 8080. So now it is started that entire Kubernetes, and it's started event. So it is taking my machine Babu-Ubuntu is the server as a node. So that's what it's telling. Started kubelet for the node Babu-Ubuntu and started my node in this local port 10250. So let's see, are we able to access this Kubernetes API in browser? Copy, Control Shift C, going to the browser, enter it. Excellent. So we are able to get that welcome to Kubernetes, so which is running inside that OpenShift cluster, and we are able to ping that things. So you can play around all the things, API slash v1 beta 1 slash pods. So excellently it working as like other normal Kubernetes. So you can see that there is no pods which is involved. You can query all the things like services. There is no service, so you can play replication controllers. Okay. So there is no replication controller because just now we started that OpenShift. So now so we are able to start that Kubernetes on OpenShift, and able to start one node called nbabu-ubuntu as a node, and then it is connecting to Docker. You can see that this is communicating to that my own running Docker in my machine. All the things as of now it is set up it by a single command called OpenShift start. So is it that much easy? Yes, it is. So in that next video, I'm going to show that using that the OpenShift, so how we are going to deploy another Docker repository which is going to act as the Openshift Docker repository to deploy the pods to create the images on that Docker repository. So everything is going to shown in the next video. Um, stay tuned. Thank you.